Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Russell Rhoads, Head of Research over at EQDerivatives. Russell, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Great to see you as well, Jill. Thanks for having me back once again.
Yes, and each month we talk about Nasdaq-100, the Volatility Index, what we call VOLQ. And this is an interesting part of the year. We're in the thick of Nasdaq-100 earnings seasons. We had a number of the heavyweights report last week, a couple coming up this week, and we're also in Q4, in a very seasonally hot time of the year. How has VOLQ performed up into the earnings season?
Well, VOLQ behaved a little bit differently than you would expect going into earnings season, but as we Monday morning quarterback it and take a look at what it may have been telling us, it was giving us an idea about mid-October that when the big, and I think there's really 6 big stocks that reported over a 2-week period and that are related, that are big components of the Nasdaq-100, VOLQ actually started to weaken a bit relative to VIX as earnings approached, and we got 3 positive earnings announcements out of those 6 stocks, 3 negatives, but 2 of the 3 positive announcements, and specifically Google and Microsoft, actually had upside surprises that are greater than an average move, and I consider that a nice positive earnings announcement out of them. Tesla had a good announcement. Of course, they followed through with some other news after that. The negative announcements were Facebook, Apple, and Amazon, and they dropped, but they didn't drop to an extent that indicated that people were taking it more than as a slight negative, I guess is a good way to put it.
Right. And as you know, November and December can seasonally be a good time of year for stocks. What are you looking at specific to the Nasdaq-100? Do you think we could end 2021 on a green note here?
If history holds up, absolutely. And VOLQ's actually been last week of October, as we got those earnings behind us, it started to drift lower, and typically lower volatility indicates that we've got more of a green light going forward with the overall market. The Nasdaq-100, going back over the last 32 years, has risen over the last 2 months of the year, and on average gains about 3.36%. So, you know, I know a lot of people are somewhat concerned about the overall equity markets, but seasonally, November, December, especially December, with over an 80% win rate, those are time periods that you that you still will benefit from higher stock prices, at least from technology stocks.
All right, Russell, appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.